Oh shit. The answer to peace for all humanity is simple. It's to everybody just stops doing what other people tell them to do. And then they go outside, they talk to their neighbor, they all figure out, I'm going to grow this one thing. Then they trade those things, and then they only pay for the things that they want to do, that are necessary, that no one is telling them they have to do because they have to. So that's ridiculous. Everybody fixes stuff together. Everybody builds stuff together. And then does whatever they want together forever. And that's it. It's that simple. It's done. And it's over. Because nobody participated in the things that they know they don't want to do, that they know are wrong. Then everybody would just be happy. It's that simple. And that's what's so frustrating. Try to tell people that and they just don't get it.
And it literally is that simple. It would take everyone, all of us, to just stop paying people that we don't know. Stop paying people that aren't directly in front of us providing an immediate service, something that is in our environment. Keeping our energy within the immediate field around us, keeping it just where we can see where it's going. It's that simple. We could literally have heaven on earth right now if people just stop paying people that they don't know and stop believing in the false religion called authority that's run, and all the religions are tied together by one thing, the false god called money. We'd find out pretty quick how little we actually need money if we kept our energy in our immediate environment and we stopped giving it to people that aren't immediately there because they don't care. They're not in the environment, so why would they care to make it better, right? Keep it just local, keep it just within the immediate range, and we'd have heaven on earth really quick. But I'm not so naive as to believe that people are ever, the masses are going to stop believing in authority and stop living their lives based on money, the false god of this world that's having us destroy the real god of this world, nature. So this channel isn't for those people. It's not for the masses, because from my perspective, humanity as it is right now, cooked. My antithesis for all of humanity right now, learn to work together and keep the energy within your immediate environment, or continue down the path of more bondage and more slavery, more belief in authority. That's it. That's our options right now as a species. Those are our two options. And it's pretty obvious which direction humanity is going to go, which takes us back to the original intent and purpose of this channel. Standing up to authority here is important because what we're doing here is building our permanent character. The character that we build here, the personality that we have here, you think that changes when your body stops working? When you leave this vessel? You think that you just all of a sudden become this expanded, enlightened being? No. Go and listen to people who have had out-of-body experiences, near unalived experiences, NDEs. Go listen to the older ones, because the older ones, before people, the older ones are when people had something to lose by telling the truth, right? Now it's become a trend. Now anyone and everyone's talking about it because it's a trendy thing to talk about. But go back to when people were talking about it before it became popular. These are the people that are telling the truth because they had nothing to gain. They only had something to lose by talking about these experiences. And go through 10 of them, and I'll be shocked if you don't hear at least a few where they talk about how strange it is how strange it is that when they left their body, they were still them. They still had the same thought processes, they still had the same personality. The only difference was they just didn't have a body, and they had more ability to control their environment. So that's takes us back to the real purpose of my channel. It's called Disobey AD, because I don't see a lot of hope for humanity actually standing up for itself. Not as a whole as it would need to actually liberate itself on this planet. So it really is an individual job. Like, if think about this. We all know, spoiler alert, we all fucking know that these lives are finite in these bodies, in these avatars. This is finite. So if you're afraid to stand up to for what's true while here, because you're trying to buy more time in the fucking slave world, oh, if I tell too much truth, somebody might come and take me out. Okay, so you're afraid to tell the truth because someone might end what's already going to end anyway. Someone that has that perspective, you can't even stand up to authority here. You think on the other side it's different? You think on the other side there's not going to be someone there trying to take advantage of you because of your limited knowledge of how things really work? No. If you can't stand up to authority here, then when it comes to you on the other side, in the form of some religious figure, or your grandma, or God, or the devil, or a demon, or an angel, you're not going to be able to stand up to it there. And that's what this is all about. I highly suspect that this entire world is one thing and one thing only, a conditioning system, so that we will willfully hand over our eternal soul on the other side to whatever self-proclaimed master, God, or deity that wants to claim it. Yeah. And saying that all of this is just some kind of play to get people conditioned enough, to get our souls conditioned enough, broken enough, to submit on the other side, that doesn't downplay the importance of doing the work here and actually embodying that independent, sovereign, powerful being here that's integrated both sides. You have to integrate the dark. You have to know how psychopathic parasites think in order to be able to truly defend yourselves from them. And if you want to know how they think, just look at this quote-unquote rulers and how they truly operate. It's the same on the other side. It's the exact same. So my content isn't for the masses. It's not for most people. It's for the ones that know that something's not right here. And they can recognize, the masses aren't going to really wake up to the fact, look at the world. The whole world is in bondage. America is probably the last place in the world that has any modicum of freedom just because of the fact that they're armed. Once that's gone, people will just submit because they're afraid of the ending of these vessels. And that's when the real game begins. This is just preparation for that. Most people aren't even nearly prepared to face what's on the other side. Because it's going to be real convincing that it has some authority over you. Just like here, how it's real convincing that these cocksucking parasites have some authority over you. No, they don't. It's all the same. They have no authority. It's all imposed through threats and coercion, through violence. It's the exact same on the other side. What do you think the whole, if you don't do what you're told, you're going to go to hell thing is? It's the same game on both sides. So I'm going to stand up for what's right on both sides. Only when I get to the other side and I get my full power back, it's Doom Slayer time. Yeah. Yeah. It is. Love you guys.